Hey VC, what's up? It's me, yours truly. I am back to post a quick video here. Just a recent finds video. Just stuff that's come into the collection over the past week or two, or since the last video. Um, I was waiting for some things to come in the mail today, and they came in, so I thought, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot a quick video. I am going to a show tomorrow, but since the PayPal account's a little bit low now, I'm definitely not gonna be buying that much. So I thought, I'll just go ahead and show, kind of what I have in my new end pile, and if I come up with something cool in the show tomorrow, I would, share that as well. But yeah, let me just kind of jump right into it. Oh, actually, let me start off by showing what's playing in the background. I'm trying to make a commitment to show that more because I keep getting a lot of questions on old videos about what's that playing in the background. So Apocalyptica. This is amplified, a decade of reinventing the cello. And for those maybe that don't know Apocalyptica, I don't know if you can even hear it or not. It's kind of low. But basically, it's like, I think it's three guys. They just play cellos, and they do a lot of cool stuff that, maybe sounds a little more towards traditional classical music. And they do stuff like this, where they do like amplified cellos, and it's they do Metallica covers, they do Sepultura covers, things like that. They even have one CD, I think, that's all, just doing Metallica covers and things like that. So definitely kind of a fun group to check out if you're not familiar with them. So let me kind of jump right into the recent finds. I think just in terms of stuff coming in and like, one fine bunch, if you will, this might be one of the best sets of finds to come into my collection at any one time. Not that any one particular thing is extraordinary, but just kind of like everything is just a great piece to add to the collection. So I was really kind of excited and pumped about that. One CD I want to show, because I finally got my hands on a copy, which is The War on Drugs. And this is A Deeper Understanding. Now, I mean, this came out, what, 2018? This year, I guess? And again, it's an easy CD to find anywhere, but it's just like I was not willing to pay that $12 or $13 for it. It's not happening. But I found this one online, brand new, for only $3.99 plus shipping. So I thought, okay, yeah, $6.99, that's $7.99. That makes a little more sense. But it's freaking worth it, though. I mean, I will say that I just wasn't willing to pay that much. But this album, as I mentioned when I bought the vinyl when it first came out, talk about a turn back to just music. I mean, this album keeps the spirit of Bob Dylan alive. This album keeps the spirit of Bruce Springsteen alive. This album keeps the spirit of Pink Floyd alive. I mean, this is just a beautiful return to music. And quite frankly, the album of the year in my mind. I mean, I haven't heard anything else that has impressed me as much as this has. And it's a good lesson too. I mean, I don't want to get too far off, but just kind of rambling here for a quick moment, because I tend to have, and I can just kind of know this about myself, as much as I'm very open about a lot of music, which you guys tend to know that about me. I like all kinds of things from all different directions. I tend to have a little bit of a bias for anything that kind of feels like it's going to pull me towards a hipster indie type of thing. There's just a core bias that I have and a dislike that I have about a lot of things that surround that. And so knowing that, I try to make myself stay open to it, because I know it is a bias that I have. And The War on Drugs is kind of one of the bands that somehow in the back of my mind I put into that category and kind of pushed away. And I mean, oh my gosh, good thing that I kept myself open, because this stuff is freaking fantastic. So anyway, little ramble there. Let's see, there were a couple of questions I was going to answer here at the beginning too. Oh, a few people asked me about, when I've been mentioning about my eBay sales or whatever, they asked me like what my eBay store was, blah blah blah. It's the same as my username here. It's Mr. Hall of Fame. So if you ever want to check out and see kind of what I'm selling or whatever, just same as my username here. I only have like 24, 25 things listed right now, so it's not a ton on there, but still there's some neat stuff in there. And for those of you here in the VC, if there's anything that you see on that eBay page that you are interested in or anything of that nature, let me know. You know, if there's no bids or anything already on there, I am more than willing to take that off and, you know, just do the traditional VC trade thing and all of that, 'cause I actually prefer to do that between VC members than selling on eBay. And, you know, I'm looking for a few things right now. I would love to have a nice, I mean, just near mint copy of Ready and Willing by Whitesnake. I really want a nice pressing of that. Prince Controversy. I need a really good pressing of that. So just kind of a couple things to kind of throw out there. But anyway, let's just kind of jump right into some of the finds here. Please buy the Pet Shop Boys. A nice Japanese pressing there. You know, classic Pet Shop Boys stuff. You know, West End Girls, Opportunities. You know, those are some of the you know, big hit songs on this album. Definitely a group that I love. I didn't really like them as much when they initially came out, you know, in the 80s or whatever, but it's one of those groups that really grew on me over time. Like, I couldn't for the life of me figure out, like, what is it about this West End Girls song? Like, it makes no sense. I don't hear it, and that's what I used to think when I was younger. And now it's probably one of my favorite songs by them. So, anyway, good addition. Prince, Dirty Mind. Another Prince album that I've been, you know, trying to get for quite some time. I just wasn't really willing to pay the fair amount for it, quite frankly. It's why it's taken me so long to get a copy on vinyl, you know, having the CD. But, you know, songs like Uptown, Dirty Mind, When You Were Mine, I mean, that's a great track. Although I think Cyndi Lauper kind of took that and made it her own and, you know, kind of did a better version than Prince. But still, absolute great album. And I'll tell you, one of the reasons I got this album, Import CDs is a store on eBay that I buy quite a bit of stuff from. And they're, I guess, a huge distributor because they have, like, literally 100,000 plus things listed at any point in time. Well, they'll have this sale thing going on where they'll have anywhere from 15 to 20,000 different pieces that are all, if you buy more than $60 of stuff, you get 20% off your entire purchase, and it's always free shipping. So, you know, that kind of gave me an opportunity to pick this up because, you know, when $21, and then you take 20% off of that, you know, you're knocking just over $4 off. I pay $16 for it, and that's a, you know, great album to pick up. So yeah, so a copy of Controversy is one that I definitely need as well. Same thing with this one. U2, Actin' Baby. I mean, you guys know this classic record. Probably my favorite U2 record overall. This record tends to, I think, flow more. It kind of bounces around a lot more than, you know, stuff like Joshua Tree. Yeah, great album, classic album. But it kind of all stays in that, kind of in the same place. Where this, you go, you know, as soft as one, and then you go kind of as mellow as kind of, you know, like rock mellow, if you will. It's kind of, what's something about? God, I'm going totally brain dead now with the titles. Oh, Who's Gonna Ride Your Wild Horses? And then, you know, you really kind of get some cool pick-me-up stuff like Fly, which is probably my favorite song off of here. So definitely a little more diverse album by U2 to like a bit more. As you probably saw in the reflection, the next one coming up, nice music on vinyl pressing of Wheatus. You know, their classic track, Teenage Dirtbag, which is, I mean, I love that song, my favorite song by them. Such a fun song, too. It's, the whole storytelling in that song is pretty cool. Because, you know, you don't get as many groups, I think, telling full stories in the way that they did within that song, which I think is kind of neat. And, of course, this classic, Point of No Return by Kansas. Another nice music on vinyl pressing. You know, Point of No Return, of course, Dust in the Wind, all that great stuff. Soft Machine 7. Interesting band. You know, some of their earlier stuff, I guess, was more kind of on the psych level, and it seems like the further they kept going, it turned more like prog and then kind of more jazz fusion type of stuff, and it's just kind of guys that just kind of make music and do what the heck they want to do. And this is 7, which is really cool. And just like their other 3 or 4 music on vinyl pressings I have, it's clear vinyl. Seems like most of their stuff on music on vinyl comes out on clear press vinyl. I prefer black, but at the same time, I'm not going to complain too much about that. Great Depeche Mode edition here, which of course is Construction Time again. Has one of my top 3 Depeche Mode songs of all time, which is Love in Itself. I think that song just in general sums up the coolness of Depeche Mode in every way, shape, and form. So it's nice to get a nice music on vinyl pressing of that, which I did just recently list. I have a nice Sire original pressing of this too, so I just put that up for sale as well. So if someone's in need, let me know. That's something we can kind of trade on or something. Static X. I know this has been out for a little while, but again, it's kind of nice to finally get a copy. But I'm really glad they pressed it on vinyl, because this is my favorite Static X album without question, Wisconsin Death Trap. It was the first album, #1, that brought me to Static X. You know, I think the song Push It was the first song I ever heard by them. But then, you know, to go on to discover things like I'm With Stupid or Trance in Motion, which is kind of cool. But my favorite Static X song of all time is Bled for Days. That freaking song gets me so pumped up, it's not even funny. And I've seen them in concert before, too, and had a chance to meet him and everything. So kind of glad I had that opportunity, considering, you know, Wayne passed away not too long ago. But he left us with some good music, so that's Static X. Another classic record, which everyone kind of knows, Outfield, Play Deep. So again, just kind of nice to get a music on vinyl pressing of that. Don't have to say much about this album. Say It Isn't So, Your Love, Mystery Man, All the Love in the World. That's a fabulous album. Talk about one that takes me back to my youth right there. Some more nice Depeche Mode, Black Celebration. Another nice music on vinyl pressing. You know, songs like Question of Lust, you know, Stripped, which used to be my favorite Depeche Mode song. But yeah, just, I mean, overall, just, you know, another great Depeche Mode album. And again, nice to have a music on vinyl pressing of that, as well as American Woman by the Guess Who. I was really excited to get this. This is one of those albums that has just been kind of, you know, I've just had such a hard time getting a good copy of this album. And I'm not talking about the music on vinyl pressing. I'm talking about just a decent pressing, period. I could never find one with a black cover that didn't have a bunch of wear on it. Or there were 2 that I bought at different record shows at different points in time. Cover was nice. Vinyl looked great. Got it home and just kind of noise all over it. And I'm just like, I can never get a freaking nice copy of this thing. And I think even more so because with an album like this, where American Woman is the first track, there's that intro in the beginning where you kind of have that soft guitar playing in the background, and what's-his-name is singing almost in a way that it's almost like he's humming to himself kind of thing. So it's just really, really low and quiet. So anytime you got a record that was like, you know, dirty and blah, 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 those crackles and pops would just stand out so much, and it just always drove me crazy. Excuse me. Just drove me crazy with this record, so I'm really happy just to finally have a good copy of that in my collection. And last but not least, Foreigner, Head Games. Another classic album you guys know all about, but a good addition to the MOV collection here. This was another one of those albums that was on that import CDs that was 20% off. And I think after the discount, I ended up getting this for, I think it was like $18 and something. So again, you know, a great price for a brand new sealed MoFi pressing. The one thing that's kind of funny is, you know, I have another just kind of original pressing of this that I pulled out of my collection now that I have this. But I had that for a while, and for the longest time, I mean, years and years and years and years and years, especially kind of coming up to me getting in this whole purge mode thing, I always thought that that marking right there was some writing that was on the pressing that I had that some idiot had done. And I did not realize until I got this just a couple of days ago that that's actually part of the cover. So for so long, I thought I had a messed up copy, and it's like, no, that's the actual cover. So I guess you can learn something new every day, even after being around, an album like this that everyone knows for so many years, and you still discover something new. So that was kind of cool. But anyway, yeah, so there you go. Those are just kind of some new finds that have popped up. One of the things that I am going to do, and I'm actually going to shoot a separate video for this probably the next day or two. I mean, I like showing stuff that comes in and that type of thing, but at the same time, just showing things, especially for things I'm just kind of replacing, is not quite as fun as just talking music. I mean, I still enjoy it, don't get me wrong, but I would rather kind of at least be doing some more videos where I'm kind of talking about, music and stuff like that. So I'm going to do a few videos here where I just want to kind of do strictly off of subscribers' requests. Things you want me to talk about. I mean, I don't mind showing things as well if there's some specifics in my collection. But especially, I should say, I'll give a little bit more priority to if there are just things that you want to know about, just kind of about me and music in general and that type of things. I love just kind of, talking music with people. Leave me some questions and let me know, and because I just kind of love to do that. So anyway, as always, thanks for watching, VC. Thanks for tuning in, and let me know, say what you guys might like to see. All right, take care, VC.